Hey guys, Dan Rice, FHCOutdoors.com. Today's video I'm going to show you my top 3 spring baits for smallmouth and largemouth bass. Now I fish a lot of clear water up here in the inland northwest. Washington State and Idaho are my 2 particular states that I fish. A lot of clear water, cold water, and here in the spring, we start off at 39, 40 degrees as soon as the ice starts melting off the lakes, and that can be a really big challenge early in the year. There's several trips I may go on and I might not even catch one fish. But I try and get out there as soon as I can because those bigger fish are usually the first ones to come up and feed. Now my top 3 baits, I'm going to start off with an absolute favorite. It is the jerkbait. And right here I actually have the brand new, just released at the Bassmaster Classic. This is the Rapala Shadow Wrap. And I'm a huge fan of the X-Wrap series. Pretty much that's my favorite jerkbait. It's my all-time go-to bait. But what this bait is going to bring to the table is kind of a shimmy as soon as you let that bait pause. It does slow sink. I believe this is dives down to 2 to 4 feet, and you're looking at 7/16 of an ounce. I'm going to show you some up-close photos here of the bait. And without a doubt, this is probably going to be one of my top producing baits of 2015. I fish these like a slash bait. Out here on the West Coast, people call them slash baits and jerk baits. There's different names for these particular baits all across the country. But it is one of those baits. I'm fishing constant, I'm fishing erratic, and I'm moving the bait as quick as I can. I may have pauses for a second or two, but for the most part, those hooks are sticky. For the most part, this is one of those baits. I am searching for fish, and I'm going to put the trolling motor on medium high, and I'm going to cover a lot of water. I use my Lamiglass 705 glass rod for jerk baits, and I made that move to glass rods for jerk baits because if you use a really stiff rod without much tip, what you're essentially going to do is you're going to pull that bait out of the fish's mouth. And so if you're not confident with jerk baits or you're getting started and you seem to be losing a lot of fish, check out Lamiglass's 705 Excel 2. It's the brand new, it's the blue rod, and it's been a tremendous rod for jerk baits. Second has got to be a crankbait, and not just any crankbait. This is the DT6 by Rapala, and there's a couple of reasons why I've chosen this bait as my number 2. I'm going to show you some close-up shots here. And that primarily being the color. This is Demon Craw. This is part of Ike's custom colors, and I absolutely love it. I started fishing it last year. It's kind of got a purple back with the bright red craw body. And the DT6, especially here in the inland northwest, a great diving depth. The bait's easy to fish. It casts pretty decent in the wind. It's one of those baits where I'm targeting rocks, and that's really my key. I'm looking for those crawdads. I'm looking for some of those active fish that are feeding on crayfish early in the season. But without a doubt, for smallmouth, man, you gotta have the red craw color. And number 3, this may come to a surprise to you. It's going to be a 1/2 ounce green pumpkin jig. And when it comes to manufacturers, I've been big on telling you guys my brands in the past. When it comes to jigs, there's so many out there now. You have top of the line jigs like Dirty Jigs. You have a lot of homemade custom shop type jigs that are $2-3 a pop. So really, when it comes down to it, who cares what brand you fish as long as you're fishing them? Because not only is this football jig going to be great for rocky areas or riprap, guess what? You can also fish this as a swim jig. Just because it's a football jig doesn't mean you have to drag this bad boy on the bottom. The reason why it's my number 3 pick is because of the versatility. I can fish it on drops, I can fish it on breaks, or I could put a swim bait trailer on here or leave my craw trailer on there, and I can fish this across flats just like a swim jig. So that's got to be my number 3. Now people are going to say, Dan, you're a huge drop shot guy. What the heck, man? You have no drop shot? You're not even going to choose it for spring? I always have a drop shot tied on, and it's always on my boat. So that's a given. But with these 3 baits that I just showed you, the jerk bait, the crankbait, and the jig, which you can fish multiple ways, you can pretty much cover your spring arsenal with those 3 baits. post down below, let me know what you guys are using. If you have any questions, I can certainly dial in and try and get some videos done for you guys. I do take requests. I did many requests last year, and I'm looking to help people catch more fish, and that's my goal. So thanks for watching. Check out my website, fhcoutdoors.com, and we'll see you soon. Good luck and the best of luck to you in 2015. That right there is why you fish a swim jig early in the spring. Nice chunky, 3.5, almost, yeah, just about 3.5 pounds. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly what I'm using here. Beautiful pre-spawn largemouth.